Join 888 Casino today and play with £88 for free. Enjoy nail-biting.
Light of this world, I and I redeemer, Rastafari shall lead I and I to the promised land. Babylon, Babylon, Babylon. Years of political exploitation, victimization, you know. I and I come to chant down Babylon oppression and set the captives free. Blood clot. You never see it around this area. You hear what them say about it? No man, it's what them say about it. Them say it like to match up people think. You want to do that? Because he's a fucking hooligan. What kind of problem? What kind of blood clot problems you have on with BT? What kind of problem? This kind of problem. As a body that never chant down by one man in our Rasta. Of people them up, get together Rasta. Hey, I love that deal with them. Sure. I tell them to go and play here, sir. No one. Go and play here, sir. Man, want to get this competition over. Oh boy. You gonna have to control this song tonight, you see? Me? Yes, man. You, we are dealing with. Man, and the try man attack. Go night. Yeah, and the truth and the truth and right, man.
Right folks know, I'm a lion, first of Zion, jungle lion. Cigarette in the dark, girl, just a cigarette in the dark, girl, just a cigarette in the dark. Is where she do it, is where she do it. In Colombo, Colombo. Blue Ridge, this is, around.
To the inspiration of His Imperial Majesty Emperor Haile Selassie I of Ethiopia. Jah Rastafari! Go night, lion! Lion! I get the call, come in on the yard. I am just at the beauty in the yard. Lord, I I get the call, I come in at the hall. Lion just had up you in the hall. Like, when I was a youth, I used to go to school. Teacher just a try to turn my food. Lord, I said them never ever teach I up my history. All the things that were so unnecessary. Can't take no more of that.
There's a big dance.
I will do what? You want a beast now? Who's in charge here? So what about you when I'm in charge? Some of your bomb clap and square.
Yeah, right now there are no blood clots.
You in charge? Blue Van, lion.
Well, lion, I'm Mr. Lion, Mr. Lion.
Stop the music, send the people about. Nah, man. Guy want to send the people about saying that's not alright if you don't want to.
Got them up in these pyrotechnician or HMC. Oh Lord, I can't take no more of that.
Here beats outside Rasta. Saying everyone to just mass up them with Rasta. Call them out there, you know, see. Stand firm, I
Hey, no, them fool like long enough and I'm not it again. Right now I stand firm in the hall. The lion I dub it breaking. Lion. We don't say we can't take no more of that. Lion I say we can't take no more of that. I tell lion say we can't take no more of that. Cause we know say it's for 100 years and it's the same kind of living. Brutality, hypocrisy, same immorality. We can't take no more of that. We can't take no more of that. I say, lion, with the lion, right in there. Cause we know you can't fool you no more. Jaja teaching you the right and true way. And then we say, every man shall get paid according to his Babylon. We not take no more of that. Oh, what we say? Can't take no more of that. No, no more of that. Say we can't take no more of that. No more of that. We say we can't take no more of that. Stand firm.
Hello, Misery's West Indian Restaurant. What you want? Is that pick-up or delivery? Hold on. Charlie, you want to do a delivery?
When there?
Where you there? Him around the corner.
Then what, him can't come in, he come get it himself. Tell him to come in, man, him think he might talk to an idiot.
No, we're not doing deliveries today.
I want to know what this one wants.
Some food. What you want?
Can I have 2 dumplings, ackee and saltfish, please?
So you can't come to the counter like everybody else? Anybody in here look like slaves to you?
No, I just thought that...
Well, you fought wrong.
Two dumplings, ackee and saltfish, please.
Is that all you want?
Yeah.
£80.
That's just 2 dumplings and a bag of half for ackee and saltfish to eat here.
Look, stop messing us about. You said nothing about sitting down in here.
I just said that to the sister.
She's not your sister, man. You're talking to a big woman. Anyway, if you want to eat in here, you're supposed to sit down.
So about the ackee and saltfish?
That finished.
In my mouth is water soup. Please.
Here.
I'm going to sit down.
That look like free food to you?
How much is it?
How much for the managed water, Charlie?
How much for now the charge to manage water?
I don't know. Just call it £5.
Oh.
And you can make sure you clean it up before you leave.
Hi. Yes, I'm just having a little bit of a reminiscing day today. I'm gonna play some Joe Shaka. Hold on up a minute.
This isn't a dream.
Bet on.
go. I say them cast them in the fire, but they never get burned. Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego, you know they cast them in the fire, but they never get burned. Because them have a lot of faith, faith can move mountains. 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 Jehovah, faith can move mountains. Faith can move mountains. Faith can move mountains.
Sure you don't want to listen to that unless you're a dubhead like me. Hold on, and go find something else.
Peace and love, peace and love. Yeah, my name is Babla, yes. Yes, I used to live in Babylon, you know, but I used to be a teacher in Babylon. I used to teach every Sunday at Speaker's Corner, you know. I decided to leave because I have to relate to I culture, I history, I background, I identity, you know. And also I broke up with my girlfriend, you know. I broke up with her because she was taking too much liberty, man. I had to tell her we finished. You know the last liberty she take? She go on and get engaged to another man. I said, well, I'm sorry, darling. You and me finished now. You had your chance. It's done. But the other reason I leave from Babylon is too damn cold up there, man. Too damn cold. You know, even in the summer, all you get is a little piece of sun like that pouring into the clothes. As soon as the English people see this, they throw off all their clothes. They're going lying in the sun going on about, oh, isn't it hot? Do you like the whole weather? Isn't it hot? It's very hot, isn't it? Just like in your country. Just like in your It's very hot. I can't stand that kind of foolishness, man. So I just get off from Babylon, you know? But you see some very strange things in Babylon, you know. Sometimes you're walking on the street in the winter and you know this dog's got on clothes. Dogs with jacket and sweater and all sorts of things. It's all I could do not to look on the dog and go, morning. But the real reason that I leave from Babylon, you know, is because of the crime wave, you know. Every time that somebody do something bad like chop up an old lady and eat she with chips, at the end, they always say, and a young black man was seen in the area with a gold tooth and a scar on his face and dreadlocks. He didn't have nothing to do with it, but we got to persecute him anyway. You see? So anyway, I couldn't stand all that. I leave from Babylon and gone to Europe to visit my spa. Now, if you think things are bad in Babylon, boy, you have to check for Europe, you know. Compared to Europe, Babylon is just a cocktail snack, may I tell you, you know? My friend, he did live in Germany. I went to visit him over there. Boy, the Germans, that tell you, man, them is bad. The Germans, you know how they treat the brethren, the great magnificent Jesse Owens them years ago? Yeah. Well, man, there was only being nice to him that time, you know? They even developed a special wave they used to do for him. You know, they used to go, all right, Jesse, we like you running, yes. We like you running, Jesse, yeah. Jesse, now run the hell out of the damn country. Get out of it now. Something always puzzling me, you know. Something always puzzling I, you know. You know when the Germans was doing the wickedness to the Jews, it took the Europeans 5 years for them to stop it, right? When they was doing the wickedness to us in slavery days, it took them 400 years. them the extra 395 years for? What sort of time they was working on? British Rail time? Don't worry, we'll get there in the end. Yeah, man. European unity. So I decided anyway to leave, you know. My next destination is going to be Africa. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I'm going back to Africa, to the cradle of civilization, to the beginning of mankind. I'm going to commune with the forces that gave I and I my identity. The only thing stopping I and I from going there straight away is you can't get the damn cricket on the television. As soon as they start to get the cricket down there, I'm gone. Well, I don't want to keep you Babylon people any longer, you know. What I can do now? I don't want to make you jealous, but we can lie upon the beach. I can have my cocktail and read the great poetry of the one and only Mr. Derek Walcott. Murder! Learn to drive the van, spa. I can't deal with them knocking over dustbin business. Where I deal with? Country boy, if you hear I'm on a big up the merchandise video and thing, boost it up, boss. Don't just stand up there with your mouth open catching fly.
I always big up the merchandise lady. I always big it, make it sound big.
Nah, you're a professor. You will go far. That's right, yes.
Oh, God! Check that girl there!
The woman them in the area now that light is here because they are coming out.
Yes, man. They know I said that goose is there too, ain't it?
All right, baby. All right, baby. Good. Check you later. Nice.
Yeah, later.
Goose, don't be so disgusting standing there holding your indecentness. People will not want to buy from here if they think your hand is not clean, star.
But my hand is clean, lady, man. Look.
Yes, sir. We supply all the latest vids to all the top West End stores. Buy their videos from here, sir. Harrod Selfridges, they all buy their videos from here, sir. Yes, sir.
We supply everyone. Harold Selfridge.
What you talking about? We does not supply nobody called Harold Selfridge. It's Harrod and Selfridges. Get this sales pattern right, boy. Move over there.
You have this one?
Yes, sir. Steven Seagal is the Don. Sylvester Stallone, move over. Wesley Snipes, move over. Steven Seagal is coming through now. He is the Don.
The Don, yes.
So you have the movie then?
You're asking me if I have got the movie? Don't insult me with such questions.
All right, baby. Beautiful.
Move over. Listen, better still, don't stand up there drawing attention to it. Go up the road there and make sure nobody coming. Better still, get me some saltfish and dumpling. Sir, you don't want this one, sir. I have a movie to mash up Pulp Fiction star.
Yeah?
Yes, boss. I have a movie. It's wicked. I'm telling you, this movie is dangerous, you know. I mean, I shouldn't even let you see this one, sir. I shouldn't let you see it, you know. But because it's you, I mean, this is dangerous, star. Check it now.
The best of Hawaii 5-0.
Yes, sir. Jack Lord is the Don. I mean,
you know that quiff why man? Well, if anybody come near him with him quiff, right? It just usually say, "Go on, sir. This quiff rule the world. Book the quiff down up."
What about this? Yes. Move it.
You don't want this, sir. Clock, what you don't want? I have a movie, yes, so I tell you this movie, right? I should not let you see it, sir. I should keep it, hide it from you, you know. It's so hot, it's burning me on, right? Just check it out, sir.
Magic roundabout the movie.
Yes, sir. Zebedee ruled the world, star.
You know the movie. Switch that, man.
Zebedee is the Don, All right. What that? Kentucky. They never had any saltfish and dumpling. Goose, what make you so light? You never reached to the Pee-wee's restaurant. Stop your laughing.
That movie I bought here yesterday, right? Blinding it was, blinding. I want 6 copies of that, right? I'm just going to go to the old pie and mash machine and get some dough out, and I'll be straight back.
All right, star. What movie you talking about? I never sell him on no movie. I sell him a movie. What's sticking out your bag? What movie? Two movies in the back. What movie you selling on my back? Sound of Music. Oh, God, no. Don't tell me you're selling the Sound of Music out my bag, sir. Don't tell me that, Goose. I'm selling the Sound of Music, man. What happened? You're selling the movie of me loving Shirley, ain't it? Come on, fuck up the bag. I cannot stand up here when everyone has seen my love style. Come on.
Good memories. Real McCoy was always the thing back then, them days. But anyway, we're gonna go way back into time. I'm gonna show some of my maybe those days when my mum used to rock and dub and rubber dub. I'm gonna show you now, okay? I'm gonna show it now. Now, there's a party I would love to go to. Can you imagine? Can you imagine that party? Skanking in a corner, rubbing down in a corner, meeting man. They lived their life. Them dub days was the best. Shaka, Twinkle Brothers, all was at them times. This is when Britain was at I would say the deepest time of consciousness. Is more conscious than it was now. Anyways, let's see what me put up, because England, there's the now England, and there's the old times. But like I said, the times still mimic the same thing. Music blowing everywhere, smelling saltfish and ackee and saltfish. And of course, West Indians love their cricket, don't they? They love football and cricket.
All right, we back on Facebook. All right, come on, let's get it. Chapter 5. Repopulating the Earth. There are several possible scenarios.
I hate when that happens, when you're not paying attention. When you're doing two things at one time. Hold on. Now, the problem is, right, when you're trying to find things that represents the Caribbean online, I mean, it's easy to find it on one website, but you can't find stuff on another website. So they sent me back to the Caribbean, literally. But let's see how this goes.
Buddy.
Hey, I want you to taste this.
Wow.
I do it with a lot of love.
Don't you always make Christmas dinner?
Mikhail, I don't have the time right now. I have to go.
Please.
Jody's gonna do it this year.
What? I thought you liked my cooking. I never said that.
Daddy?
Putus, me nah make
Hold on, when I come back, I talk to you.
It's too late.
Don't worry, we have a plan.
Deck the halls with bars of holly, fa la 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 la. 'Tis the season to be.
No, it's not Christmas, honey. Can't deal with it. Sorry. Let's see what we have. How about some curry goat, people? Now, in the Caribbean, when Caribbean talk about food is the love of the Caribbean, because we cook our food, so do some cooking with love, with the rice and peas and coconut milk and thyme, and I could go on, but I won't. But yes, we will get back to the other part again, right, where we go see them dance again, yeah? Okay. Now look how lovely this food look. Look at it. Look at it. For the let's for the porky part. Enough of that. Because I'm having fun tonight. So, let me see. Okay, we're back in the dance again. Come, let we go a dance again. Come. Let we go.
Mobile discotheques called sound systems travel all around Jamaica, taking the music and its message out from the studios direct to the people. The DJs sing their own local message over other people's records. Like young Hugh Brown, who models himself on the great Hugh Roy. Hugh Roy was the first, singing of Trench Town and Babylon Burning. He's something of a legend.
How you mean? Nothing no heavy. Say them must be crazy young lady. You know. Drum and bass. You got to wiggle your way to people when I play them drum and bass. Keep my fire and the bass I make me crazy. Hey. Nothing, get stepping.
You see how quick the screen is? I flip. Now, I think this is the English side of dub, because I'm a dub head. So let's go to the dub heads. All the dub heads out there. When you see when you go sound, when you go real sound dance and you enjoy yourself, that's when you know you enjoy yourself, when you're sweating buckets. When you're just dancing and you're sweating a couple spoonfuls of sweat of steam, and it's just nice, you know. I'm trying to find what I'm trying to find, but they ain't got it, so I don't know. Let me go back and find something again.
There's hope.
Now, anybody from the UK know these programs, right? So these programs I'm putting on, you lot should recognize it. So this is what we used to rush home to watch.
If they were not, I should have told you. I am going now to prepare a place for you. And after I have prepared you,
Mrs. Johnson.
Donovan?
Mrs. Johnson, what a lovely service.
It's not finished yet, Donovan.
No, but look. I've been thinking. We're both single, available people with needs and desires and requirements. And when we put our cards on the table, we will see that I is a man, you is a woman, I is a bull, you is a cow, I is a bear, you is a female bear. It's time for a spot of hibernation. Let me put it another way. Fate has thrown us together. Who are we to fight fate? I'm not a fighter. I'm a lover. I'm the heavyweight champion of love. I am Muhammad Ali. You are George Foreman. You scratch my back and I'll rub yours with a delicate mixture of jasmine, lavender, and bijou hail. And I'll rub and rub and rub.
It's all right, Uncle.
I'm sure your uncle will not begrudge us these deliberations concerning our mutual participation vis-a-vis sexual relations. After all, he is a man. He enjoys the company of women. Well, he pays for the company of women, but my point...
This is not the time or the place.
Come on. I is a man. You was a woman. I is King Arthur. You was the round table. Here's a teapot, short and stout. Here's my handle, and here's...
and now, Mrs. Johnson will say a few words about her late husband.
I will keep your seat warm for your baby, all right?
What a feisty man, eh? The woman husband ain't even 6 feet in the place, and we after her already. They call that feisty in England. That's just feisty. Let's move to her rank. So let's see what else we can add to the comp, because it's pure comedy. Means I look like I'm choosing the comedies from the 90s, I think. 90s, maybe ending of 90s, ending 90s, ending the 90s. These programs used to entertain us, but we had to be up late at night to watch these programs. These programs was never put on at decent hour. There's no such thing as decent hour, because that's right. Like that's all we do is sit up and watch telly all night, apparently. But they used to put on these programs, these little gems that I put on late at night, right? So there was one called Brothers and Sisters, There's Real McCoy. There was quite a few good ones. Dancehall Queen. No, not Dancehall Queen. There's one that was filmed in England. I can't remember. It's filmed in Tottenham, I think it was, or Ladbroke Grove. With a singing single mother. I can't remember the name off the top of my head. Dancehall Queen came out around about this, I think this time, roundabouts. Dancehall Queen come out. Shotters, Clash, quite a few of them. Can't even name all of them, so I'll be here all night. That was funny. That was the best sketch Real McCoy did do when I used to watch it, man. Anyways, let's get back to some next level something. Oh, what did I do? Yes, let's get back to some next something. Yeah, let's watch a little teeny weeny piece of Babylon. For those who know of the movie Babylon with Blue, when he meets Irakuti.
First leaving behind him the dirty filthiness of this dirty, corrupted and wicked Babylonian society. And step forward to Zion, forward to Africa, the first point of this triangle. Forward to I and I, Jah, Rastafari, Most High, and Mighty God.
Now, Blue Star Tink now. Boy, I'm going through a whole heap of shit in this country. I ain't gonna stand for it. Then he take his time and he go reach Shaka's dance. And the first thing I did play was the Warrior Chant. That's the one where he starts snapping over the Warrior Chant. Because he's been through so much. Police running after him. Family kind of, tell him to move out, dump him. If you watch the movie, you'll just see there's a process in this one. The guy who wrote this was Malik Shabazz. He also wrote Burning an Illusion. These are the movies from around about the 70s time. These are the movies that are not spoken about in some cases. Some of them are in archives or whatever. The Malachi Shabazz also wrote during the Nucleus Fire, Burning an Illusion. That was one of his best movies ever. So when you're Caribbean and you come across all these stuff, the music, the food, the struggles, there is struggles, but today I'm not showing no struggles because I played my Benjamin Zephaniah already. The Caribbeans went through a lot. Some of them was nurses. Some of them they was literally invited to come over to Britain. And when they came over, they got a big shock. They had lots of struggle putting Clapham Junction, all sorts of craziness. People telling them to go back home, all sorts of craziness. So later on, when the other generation found an outlet, i.e. through dub, comedy, you name it, like very versatile. We Caribbeans, I'll say, we're very versatile people. We maybe of the diaspora, as they call us, so-called diasporans or whatever, right? But most of it seems like we do actually know ourselves, because when we're in struggle, we tend to find ourselves in certain places, to be in certain places. Certain organizations, being on the front line, the forefront of everything. I don't know whether I can show everything on here. I think I can just about show as much as I can show. But the music represents the struggle. The dub music is the struggle. There was music from in Jamaica, but when it came over here in England, they made it their sort of they gave it their sort of spice, right? So people like Maxi Priest will be coming passing through. You'll see him locally. You'll see certain mans passing through locally. Roger Robin passing through. This is how the community works. The community has changed a lot. Where like, right, there was at a certain point, even like your grandmother knew who was the bad boy and who was the good girl and who not to mess with and who to mess with. That's how the Caribbean parents stay. Nowadays, right, nowadays you can't even say whether you know what's going on with people. You know, they sort of had this thing where like if their child was loafing on the road, hanging about, right, and you get home, right, they'll beat you outside, and when you go home and you tell your parents, so and so beat me, they will beat you on top of it. There's no such thing as people coming in and all this stuff. That never happened. In Caribbean houses, there's always strictness, discipline. You cannot say that you're sitting in the front room listening to adult conversation. That will never happen. Right? Chairs will always be covered, special plates. That's how Caribbeans are. Some of them till this day stay the same way. Right? Whether it's a generational thing or what. So like even though they call like like there's a West Indians thing, they fusion stuff, like I said, they fusion a lot of the foods. Trinidadians had their flavour, Guyanese had their flavour, but it's all the same food. It's never different. It's only that it's cooked differently. So come holiday time, so-called Beastmas, they cook a whole set of food, rum cake, this one, that one, this one. Everybody sit down, eat, and it's nice. So when you brought up in those circumstances, no matter the struggle that you go through when you are younger, which is what I was trying to say the first time I did put this up, right, you still lean on what you've been taught. Even if you run away from it, it always comes back. Right, I turned Rasta the late 90s. I was Rasta for a very long time. So the music that I do listen to, even though I listen to world music, I listen to a lot of dub music because I can identify with that in a lot of ways. So obviously, like I said, like as a diasporan, you end up joining organizations, growing your hair in locks. Locks was not known as a fashionable thing. Locks was strictly like if you was a certain way, you wear your colors, you wear your locks, you tie your hair. That's how it was, you know. So like you'll see people selling sculptures all around different parts of London. Sculptures, books, it's enticing when you're young. So, like I said, that's how that was the most important thing of being a Caribbean. So when you sit back and you think about everything, right, as much as people say, oh yeah, our parents forced us, but you know what? All that force that they did it hurt you? Some ended up in bad ways, but some it curved their character. It made them who they are. So it's either fight or flight. So as much as people is trying to find themselves in England, I know for sure most of the influences did actually come from America. If you watch most of the documentaries, they explain it. Most of the influences came from America. The music, some came from Jamaica. But You know, some of us dressed like salt and pepper with the roll-ups, the Colcani, you know, crisscross, kid and play, you know, Jodeci, and I'm only just naming a few. So technically, like I keep saying to people, we're all the same. It's just that we are born in different places and different worlds or whatever. We grow up in different lifestyles. Some of us was brought up, like I said, I was brought up as a spiritual Baptist girl, very strict. That's so-called Christian, but the spiritual Baptist has changed up a lot. It's more accepting of a lot of things. So long time ago, you cannot say you have locks and go into a church because they will just cast you out of the church. Now they are accepting of that because why? They find in themselves. So Caribbean lifestyle, though, as they say, we are so-called lost. But as Benjamin Zephaniah explained in the previous video, right, certain things take you to certain places. When you locks up your hair and you start being around certain people, certain organizations, you find yourself marching. New Crossfire is another good example. During the New Crossfire, the whole of Britain, all of them was marching, right? All of them. Britain was marching. There was all riots. Broadwater Farm, I think Brixton, to name a few. There was a lot of riots. Labrador Grove. See, these are the conversations as well we need to be talking about. You can't forget about these things. These things are archives, but you need to talk about these things. So, me showing you Babylon, for those in America who's never heard of Babylon, you should go take a look, because that's just a snapshot of what used to go on over here. So when you're talking about struggles and stuff like that, the Caribbeans went through a lot of struggles, even to get their food over here, to get imported or exported, whatever. Yam and banana, saltfish, ackee, they all had to be imported. They had to live in one house. One house, I think, most of the time they shared a room. Well, no, not shared a room. They had a room. They had to pay rent on it or whatever the circumstances, because I heard a few stories about that as well. Alright, so they had a very much a struggle, being that they came over the Windrush. Like I said, they was invited over by the mother country, or so they thought. When they got here, they got a shock. They had a lot to deal with. Some of them was bus drivers, nurses. Some of them was on the front line fighting. Musgrove 9 is a good example of that. So I am not going to go on and on and on. You know, it's always good to reminisce and look at certain things. I feel it's a good thing anyway. Obviously, I would resume back to normal broadcasting as usual. So, you know, those who remember, those who don't. But, you know, we are all in the same struggle in all different ways. Just that some people choose to pretend that the struggle is different or is something else or whatever. I don't even know. But like I said, still doesn't change. The only difference is that how we got little more stuff than the ones before us had. They had to live in horrible situations. They had to share a house. Now, in England, they used to have bath houses. They used to go to that. Caribbeans was not like that. Caribbean people was very clean, very thorough. You know, there was not one to be nasty. So, like I said, this is different times, this is different times. So, I am actually going to stop it there because I played all my real McCoy. I did play Richard Blackwood before, but I can't even find it now. I'm not even going to go look for Richard Blackwood right now. Richard Blackwood was a good comedian around them time. And there's a few comedians around them times that are still going now. Sinbad, all them ones from America. A lot of us over here was watching, like I said, sitcoms from America. You'll be surprised. So, yeah, I'm just going to come off and just leave it at that, really. I think I had my little fun for the day, for the night. It's quite good when you start playing music, how you start flowing and flowing and flowing, going to another thing, into another thing. I don't know whether I can do that again, but, you know, it's always nice to do a little something different, you know. So, with that said, have a good night wherever you are. For who's ever listening, who's in the bushes, well, whatever. Just like, subscribe, and comment. Hopefully, they wouldn't let me alter this video too much, because actually I want some of the stuff left in it. Because there is some really nice stuff in here. The dub dances, the comedy particularly, those are the best parts, I think. The food. So, yeah. So with that said, I'm going to come off. I'm not going to go on for hours. I'm going to go look at somebody else's stuff. And, yeah. So thank you, Ghetto Child, for passing through. Bronze, Black Power. Yeah, so till next time. Till next broadcast. You know, I'm going to have a few things coming. I'm still doing the Zane time, so that's not put on the back burner. I just got a really important a person who's going to talk about her plight. So, with that said, I'm going to come off. All right.